What story, guys? Just following up on that short I did in relation to Transformers 1 and its performance. This is Wednesday, the 16th of October, and it's at 112 million now. It actually crossed over the 100 million mark on the Sunday before the figures from Germany and the UK got factored in. So the 12 million you're seeing here now is actually the foreign regions finally being factored into the total figure. Before I show you them though, I want to show you something very interesting is kind of going on. Because the figures for the domestic tally, which is the US, despite the fact that they've knocked off nearly 1,000 screens, it's kind of consistent. Like if you look at, say, September 30th, Monday, you got 651,000 was made, and that was at 3,970 screens. The following Monday, it was the 7th of October, it got 448,000, and that was at 3,106 screens. But the Monday just gone, it got 755,000 from 2,758 screens. So it actually does look like word of mouth was getting around on this, and that if they had maintained the original 3,970 screens, they might have made a lot more money than that, but have actually gone over a million again. So it's just something I wanted to point it out, because I thought that kind of showed that maybe word of mouth was getting around, that it probably could have done better than it was going to. It was just something interesting I thought that was happening there. On the rollout now internationally, we see that in Germany, it took in 520,000, which ain't great to be honest when you look at the population the size of Germany. But the UK took in 2,400,000. Now that's pretty bad, because I mean it really should have been around 5, because there's 80 million people live in the UK, and Transformers is massive over there. So much so that the original toy line kept going for another year or two. Still, for initial start, that's not too bad. If you're getting down to China, they're now up to 19 million, which is pretty good. So it seems to be consistently holding on over there. Though it's very hard to get decent figures on that place. I mean, there's a real lag between the initial 8 million that came in and the growth that we've got now at the moment. But going back up to the top here, as you said, 112 million worldwide. It's pretty weak. And I mean, it's really looking like this film ain't going to make its money back, at least not in the domestic box office. It's kind of sad because word did seem to be getting about, but what's really going to kill it now is if you look at France here. France is opening on the 23rd of October, so nearly another week away. What's so significant about that? It's going to streaming on October 22nd. So basically Hasbro and Hollywood have basically thrown Transformers 1 box office performance under the bus. They don't expect it to make its money back in there, and they're going to go straight to streaming instead. So there's whole swathes now that are left that will actually be in the position that their cinema release dates are beyond the streaming dates in the States, and as such means it's going to be up in the high seas in HD. That effectively means they've thrown the towel in on it. It's a crying shame because it's a good film. It's got a very nippy runtime and it's got a fantastic closing arc. I mean, the juxtaposition of Megatron and Optimus Prime becoming their respective selves in the last couple of moments is really well done. But unfortunately, the appalling marketing campaign, and I'll say it, the designs, that they look very kiddified. I think they killed this film at birth. Right now, I reckon its only chance is that because it's got such great word of mouth, streaming hopefully should be very strong, and hopefully they make their money back on that. It wouldn't be the first time that a film that didn't do well in the cinema got a sequel based on the sales of DVDs or streaming. But as it stands, it's just based on the cinema. I don't think it's going to make the over the 200 million it needs to break even, so it's looked like it's flopped big time. And with that streaming date, it looks like they've just given up. So there you go, guys. There's my view on this. Hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.